Hello, what culture? My name is Simon Miller and welcome to Ups and Downs for Money in the Bank 2018. Now, if you have been waiting for this all day, I apologize, it's a little bit late, but yes, last night at Defiant Wrestling, I had my first ever singles match. That's all I'm going to say about it. You may see some bruises on my faces. Again, that's all I'm going to say about it because this video is about going through the pay-per-view known as Money in the Bank and giving the good bits an up and the bad bits a down. So that's what we're going to do. Smack the hand, point at the camera, say the kind of catchphrase but not catchphrase. Let's up those downs. And we will indeed start where WWE did start, and that was on the pre-show where we did have Gallows and Anderson taking on the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Now, the thing with this was, it was alright. It was actually kind of decent, but they weren't given any time. Plus, it was on the pre-show, so there's always that feeling of, nobody really cares, and that kind of diluted it a little bit. However, I'm going to give it up because I think that Gallows and Anderson and Harper and Rowan tried really hard. I don't mean that patronizingly, I just mean they did the best with the position they were put in. But yeah, Bludgeon Brothers win after a double powerbomb onto Gallows. And now what the Bludgeon Brothers do, I don't know. And what Gallows and Anderson do, I don't know. But hey, it was all right. It was decent, it was okay, and other words of that ilk. And then the pay-per-view did indeed start properly, and surprisingly, we had Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan opening the thing. And can you believe it? I'm going to give it an up. Now, the main reason I'm going to give this an up is because Daniel Bryan won. He hit his big knee, he locked in the heel hook, Big Cass tapped, and I can't believe it because basically throughout this whole feud, which a lot of people, including me, thought Big Cass was going to dominate, Daniel Bryan has whooped his ass, and I think that bodes well for the future. Also, as Money in the Bank was in Chicago, the crowd was really, they were pumped up and they were into all the yes chants, and that was awesome as well because a good crowd usually takes bad matches and makes them mediocre, takes mediocre matches, makes them good, and takes good matches and makes them great. Yeah. Also, I think this is the end of the feud because what else can you do? Over the last couple of months, Bryan has beaten Cass at every opportunity. Cass has had the upper hand a couple of times in like segments, and he beat up a little person one time and made fun of a sign and Daniel Bryan's height, which was rubbish. I think that's it. I think we've made it through. Who knows what's next? And then we had a really, really weird interview with the New Day and Kevin Owens. Yeah, no, mostly because I like weird. I can try and explain it to you, but it's going to sound crazy because, yeah, the New Day were doing an interview and then Kevin Owens turned up with pancakes. I think he had some cereal as well. And he was trying to say, look, tell me which of you guys is in the Money in the Bank and the other two, you should go beat up Braun Strowman because that's going to help us all when it does indeed come to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match later on. New Day were all like, nah, we don't want to cheat. And that pissed Kevin Owens off. So he told them, well, you know what? I don't like pancakes and I don't like cereal. And then Xavier, Kofi and Biggie, they were all upset too. And then they made some reference that IHOP is now called IHOB, which I think stands for International House of Burgers. And that was it. And amazingly at this point, I don't think anyway, unless I missed it, we still didn't know which member of the New Day was going to be in Money in the Bank, but it made me laugh, so I'm part of the problem. Why? Here's why. Wrong show. Next up was Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Unfortunately, we were all right getting it down. Now, the real issue I have with this is I don't know who this was meant to get over because it didn't get over Sami Zayn, he lost, and it didn't get over Bobby Lashley because out of nowhere, after about, I don't know, was it 5 minutes? I don't even know, it felt short. He did 3 of those long-standing vertical suplexes, and then he just pinned him. I didn't expect that to be the finish. I don't think you expected that to be the finish. I don't think the crowd expected that to be the finish. But damn it, it was the finish. So Sami Zayn kind of got jobbed out, but he didn't. And Bobby Lash kind of dominated, but he didn't. And overall, this feud has been one big giant mess. I don't know where we go from here, really. Don't think you continue this on. It kind of feels all played out. I don't know, man. I think ever since Bobby Lashley came back at WrestleMania, WWE's done a pretty bad job, and now they've killed him. They may as well build him a grave and write Bobby Lashley lies here on it. That's way too much. I've gone over the line, pull it back, and let's just say it was disappointing, hence why it got it down. Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental title, though. Getting up. Now, the main reason I liked it is because Seth Rollins won. I believe he should keep hold of the gold at this point. But also, this was the best damn Elias single showing I've seen to date. I thought he showed real fire. At the end especially, he was like, I'm going to try and win this. Unfortunately, he didn't. Or at least fortunately in many ways, because I wanted Seth to win. It was cool though, because Elias went for a cradle, but Seth reversed that by pulling the tights and he won. So now Elias can have genuine beef with Seth on Raw. And you know what? I wouldn't mind if we saw a few matches between these two. I think Seth can help Elias. Elias will get better. It gives the IC title a bit of, momentum and weight, which is always good when you have a long-term feud. This was alright, and the crowd ate up too. There's also a brilliant bit with the audience beforehand where Elias did all his shtick, all his guitar shtick, that's me playing the guitar, and he called the crowd scumbags, to which they responded by chanting, "We are scumbags." Always like that. Good work, fans. You're all right with me. Following this was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and you know what? I don't know what you thought about it beforehand. I don't know what you thought about last year's one, but this bout, I thought it was damn great getting up. And what really got me here, apart from the fact there were a load of awesome spots and some damn good athleticism that made me go, wrestling, it was the finish. The finish got me emotionally because if you'd watched my Money in the Bank predictions video, you know I thought Becky Lynch, or at least I hoped Becky Lynch was gonna win. I was like, let her win. She needs something, and she almost grabbed the briefcase. She was this close, and what asshole popped out to stop her? The ultimate heel, the heel of all heels, Alexa Bliss. She pulled it down, Miss Money in the Bank. And we also have to give a specific shout out to Sasha Banks for taking some crazy bumps to the point WWE should make her a grave too, along with Bobby Lashley. I know we said a minute ago that we've gone too far with that, but I'm going too far again. I've no idea where the line is. Honestly, go watch this, and if you can come and tell me, they weren't that bad, you crazy. Finally, Charlotte Flair. You are an amazing athlete. And also Ember Moon, Naomi, everybody in this did their part. The rumor was there was a lot of practice beforehand. I don't care. If that's what they needed to do to make it this good, I'm alright with it. 2 thumbs up. That's why I got the up. Best women's Money in the Bank ladder match I've ever seen. There's only been 3, but still, it counts. It's number 1. Next up, there was some stuff between Kurt Angle, Paige, I think Baron Corbin was there, and Samoa Joe. Just comedy like, oh, Raw, we won Money in the Bank, and oh, Daniel Bryan's here, and SmackDown like, no, don't take Daniel Bryan. It's getting it down. And now we come to the most controversial match of the evening, which is of course Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. And I don't know what to give this because it became perplexing, and therefore it's going to get up ticker went up. It's also going to get down ticker goes down. Oh no, the down ticker goes up. You know what I'm saying. Now here's the thing. I actually thought Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal tried really hard. It wasn't the best match I've seen all year, but I thought it was decent. And at one point, I actually got into it. And all the stuff with Sunil Singh pretending to be in a wheelchair, and then he kept getting involved. It's classic heel stuff, and it worked. It did okay. It of course finished with Roman Reigns hitting a spear on Mahal for the 1, 2, 3, and that's not surprising. And sure, if you're bored of the whole Roman experiment, you may have groaned a bit, but here's the problem. Before the match even started, the audience, which I have appreciated, and I can't be too hypocritical, because I did appreciate that you gave a lot of energy towards this, but they couldn't have given 2 hoots about this, even before the bell had rung, so they just started chanting everything other than what was going on in the ring. And I tell you, when that happens, it does get a bit distracting. And again, I understand, I get it. I'm not saying there's anything right, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm just saying from a man who was sat on his sofa watching Money in the Bank, much like WrestleMania 34, when I have this distraction, I am distracted. That's why those words are there. And again, the transparency is obvious. This match was put in place so we can keep getting till SummerSlam, where you have to assume that Roman Reigns will finally, please everything, win the Universal title off Brock Lesnar. But this was one of those matches that I don't really want to talk about again. I hope we kind of stop doing this because it takes something away. But yeah, Roman beats Jinder. What else do you want? Sky's blue, ground lets you stand up, there's gravity. It's just WWE, man. Accept it and smile. Which shifted us towards Carmella versus Asuka, and while I kind of liked it, ultimately, I gotta give it a down. And the real reason for this is quite simple, and that's because Asuka was required to just sell during this match. I just don't believe it. That's the truth. I don't believe it. I don't believe that Carmella could beat up the Empress when I've seen what the Empress has done in WWE over the last 3 or 4 years or whatever it is. I go, there ain't no way this would happen. She real hard. She should be beating up the other person, but she ain't. I did like the finish though because it made me laugh, and that is gonna get an up. As was wildly rumoured, James Ellsworth did return. He walked down the aisle and he was dressed as Asuka, which is a bit weird. Everyone's a bit like, what's going on? Who is this person in the mask? That created the distraction. Carmella then managed to kick Asuka in the head, and yeah, if you want to get real sticky and real focused and real pedantic about it, that does mean Carmella has technically beaten Asuka clean. I mean, it wasn't clean, but it kind of was clean, and then we had the reveal. It was James Ellsworth. Crowd loved it. I loved it. I think everybody loved it. Swiftly behind this was the WWE title match between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, and while actually on paper, I thought it was good and I enjoyed it for the spectacle that it was, I got to look at it in the grand scheme of things. I'm really sorry, it's getting it down. And that was simply because I believed at Money in the Bank is where Shinsuke Nakamura should have won the WWE title. I mean, all the pieces felt like it was time. His character needed it to justify the heel turn. But he didn't win, he lost. And the ending was great, as were a lot of the spots in the bout itself. AJ Styles gave Nakamura a springboard elbow through the table, and just before we got to 10, the good guy, that would be AJ Styles, he was able to get to his feet, and the bad guy, that would be Nakamura, he laid there. Obviously we got to 10. It's the last man standing match. He's out. That's it. He's done. Now, you got to figure this was done because they want to move into a good guy, again, AJ Styles, going against Samoa Joe, because you can't have bad guy versus bad guy when Samoa Joe is involved. And I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be really cool, but maybe, just maybe, this whole feud, you know, the one we've been waiting for years, between Nakamura and Styles, has actually hurt Nakamura just a little bit. Just throwing it out there. You think about it. Maybe we'll do a wide video on it at some point, but just think about it. I think you can think about it. I think you may think like me and go, oh, you may be right. Do have to say as well, yes, of course, there was a lot of bull shots in this match, because of course there was. But hey, here we are. Can't change it, can't go back in time. AJ Styles, still your WWE champion. Then lo and behold, we got the surprise package of the evening. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. What a flipping good time this was. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it out loud. I think Ronda Rousey is a natural pro wrestler, and I think she's taken to it like a duck to water. And again, there's all these rumors going, oh, the whole match was planned. I don't care how they came up with it. It was really fun. And before the secret special ending, which we're going to get to in 1 second, I thought Jax and Rousey were having an awesome match. Ronda's got that face. She looks good. Nia Jax was doing big power moves. Ronda was selling great. This was awesome. I don't care. Come at me, man. Don't come at me. I want to have friends and I want us to be a big family. But yeah, brilliant. And then just to put that cherry on top, Alexa Bliss came out with her Money in the Bank briefcase. She destroyed the crap out of both women and she pinned Nia Jax. And we've got a new women's champion, and it is Alexa Bliss, who has done it already. She's cashed it in within hours, maybe within minutes. I didn't time it. There you go. And if this means we're now segueing into Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey, I'm alright with that too. So I thought this was great booking, WWE. You caught me by surprise. You proved that we shouldn't have been worried. You get another 2 thumbs up. I think we've already given one this video, but now we'll do another one. Get a salute too. 2 thumbs up and a salute. Imagine how happy Vince McMahon's going to be right now. He's going to see this and he's going to turn to Linda and he's going to go, oh, Linda. That wasn't Vince McMahon. Don't know who that was, but he's going to be happy. It's my pleasure, Vince. My pleasure. Finally, we got to our main event, which was the Money in the Bank men's match. And again, WWE just, they never go wrong when it comes to ladder matches, is all I'm going to say. I can't remember the last time they did a bad one. This one was flipping excellent, getting it up. Surprisingly, but not surprisingly, Braun Strowman did become Mr. Money in the Bank. And now that I think about it in hindsight, I'm like, what were you even playing at, Simon? You think Kevin Owens is going to win? Of course Kevin Owens was going to win. Braun Strowman's right there. Everyone in WWE loves Braun Strowman. I love Braun Strowman. I didn't mind that he won. And the finish was really good. Basically, everybody was going for the briefcase. And Braun was like, nah, I'm the monster among men. And he threw everybody everywhere. Grabbed that briefcase. Kaboom. Storyline engaged. There's too much to go into here in terms of spots. You just go watch it. There's crazy spots from everybody involved. However, the one we do have to pick out is Kevin Owens, because my word, Kevin Owens, are you one hell of a damned hero. In short, he and Strowman were about 15 feet up in the air on a ladder, and Braun Strowman proceeded to grab Owens, and he just threw him off through a table. The visual itself is crazy. I'm sure they protected it so it was nice and safe, but it looked bonkers. It got me reacting. There's another salute for you, Kevin Owens. We're just throwing out salutes today. Throwing them out like they're worthless. They're not. They're worth a pretty penny. The commentators also did kind of surprisingly push hard the fact that maybe we will get Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar again. So maybe the Roman Reigns plan has changed. I don't know. I don't book. Got fired from there in 2007. But yeah, great main event. And overall, I thought the card was all right. We've run down the downs, so you know which bits you shouldn't watch. But the ups, well, they're super ups. And I think there's a load of talking points here. That's what I want from my pay-per-views. I was all right with it. Money in the Bank 2018 surprised me in the best possible way. Now I feel all fluffy and happy inside. Put a smile on my face. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's pay-per-view. Like, share and subscribe. Head over to WhatCulture.com and read yourself some articles. Follow WhatCulture on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon from WhatCulture. Thank you for watching this episodes of Ups and Downs. And I'm going to see you tomorrow for Raw Ups and Downs. I'll see you for SmackDown Ups and Downs. Hopefully I see you in the street. We can give each other a hug, shake each other's hand, maybe do a little kiss on the cheek. Who knows what the future holds, but I will see you soon.